Hey, Jonathan here at TopSaw. Today I'm working for a friend. He has a built-in cutting board into the tile countertop, and he wants it fixed because it's all cracked. So if you take a look at it here, it has all these cracks in it, a lot of swelling. I think I'm going to try and pull it out, and if not, we'll figure out another solution for it. Here's a closer look at the cutting board, and you can see it's kind of buckling up here. I try to get it out with a chisel and hammer, but I think it's going to break the tiles. I really don't want to turn this whole thing into a tile project. I just want to refinish this cutting board. So I think I'm just going to start with my Festool sander. This is actually a perfect case for a Festool. This is an ETS 125 because I have it hooked up to that small sustainer can vacuum. So it should be pretty close to dust free. Okay, I decided I'm going to end up just making a brand new cutting board and placing it on top of that one. Taking it out didn't work. Refinishing it, had too many cracks. So I went down to Auburn Hardwoods, bought a beautiful piece of mahogany. This stuff is gorgeous. 13/16 hardwood, surface two sides. So I just cut it to rough length first, and now I'm on the joiner getting one straight edge. So once I have that straight edge, I put that straight edge up against the fence and then rip the other edge parallel. So all I'm doing here is surfacing four sides, one of which has to be done with the joiner and then the opposing one with the table saw to make sure it's straight and parallel both. So now that I have all my three boards, a little too large, but surfaced all sides, I'm going to use that Titebond 3 glue. That's waterproof glue. It really works well. So clamping the three together, I was going to use biscuits in that joinery, but I think this will be good enough. I am going to put some little end clamps on to make sure they're really flush. I am going to plane it when I'm done, but I don't want to waste any wood. So not only have those end clamps to make sure it's flush, I'm going to use a few more pipe clamps to really get a good clamping pressure on there. I kind of work my way around to get them all tight consistently. And that should be a good clamp up. It should probably clamp for at least 3 hours. Titebond says a little bit less than that on the bottle, but I want to be safe. Okay, a few hours later, getting the project unclamped here. Looks pretty good. There is a little bit of a warp in it. I'm hoping I can take it out. So using a scraper to take off all the excess glue, back to the table saw, making sure I have more than enough wood, and then just double checking on this cut that I'm still parallel after the glue up. So those two sides are parallel. About an extra inch on there. So I'm going to take off a 1/2 inch strip, or actually a little bit less, a 3/8 inch strip, and another 3/8 inch strip off. And those are going to be little cleats that are going to go underneath, because this board's going to go over the existing one. So that'll prevent it from sliding around. So those are off. Now I'm going to cross cut. Again, I'm just cross cutting to be perpendicular here. So this is just a surfacing cut with a miter sled. Flipping it over and going to miter cut the other side to make sure it's perpendicular. So that'll be true on all 6 sides, surfaced all 6 sides. Okay, back to the planer. Planing that side smooth, flipping it over and planing the other side nice and smooth. Over to the Rotex sander, taking out any planing marks. It is a one-sided cutting board, so I'm only doing one. Routing the edges with the round over, being very careful on that end grain. Just a little round over so there are no sharp edges. Back to the sanding, working my way up through the grits, and then booze, finishing oil, and then I'm going to go and try and install it and see how it comes out. Really turned out to be a gorgeous piece of wood. I was a little hesitant to oil it up until I did the install in case I have to do some adjustments. But I'll oil on one side and the edges and then take it in and see how that goes at the site. All right, a few days later, let's see what we got here. Let's see how this goes. Whoa. That looks good like that. But we've got a wobble there. Oh, that looks really nice. I kind of like it floating actually. You go get a level. That looks pretty good. I like the way it looks floating. There's some rocker on it. I'm gonna have to shim it up. All right, there's the built-in cutting board. Beautiful African mahogany. You can really see the figure in it there and the shine out of it. It's actually floating on there. I have it shimmed up underneath. There's zero wobble in it. I do have some shims that are glued down to the cutting board underneath it. I haven't fixtured it down, and I'm not positive I will. Might be nice to pick up now and again. All right, well, if you like the video, this is Jonathan at TopSaw, all things wood. Hit like if you like the video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell for notifications. Also, if you have any good ideas on how I could have done this differently, please put them in the comments below. I'd love to hear what you have to say. So we're leveling all planes. It's all flat, no rocker. I'm not too sure if it's going to dry or warp due to humidity in the room, but we'll leave it here and see how it goes.